Coordinating lead industry-wide security intervention, Bala Wintin, takes us into the command center to watch as the Nnpc and critical stakeholders are able to, in real time, monitor activities on the nation's oil and gas infrastructure daily. The command center has been up and running for about 6 months, but this is the first time news cameras have been allowed into its nerve center.
Is to monitor every facet of our oil and gas activities, be it in the water, deep water, in the shallow water, in swamp, and on the onshore. And starting from all our floating infrastructure on the Nigerian Maritime Economic Zone, we start tracking. This center is being manned by young professionals. We try to keep them away from the public because of the security sensitivity of this infrastructure.
On one wall, a giant map showing all incidences of illegal refineries, equipment vandalism, and illegal connection.
We have red as critical, we have yellow as medium, we have black as low.
On an average, 35 incidents are reported daily, says the lead coordinator. These incidents are categorized. They can be reported by operators through an internal mechanism or even by members of the community through the whistleblowing portal, which is accessible on the internet. Back to the giant screen. On another wall, a video feed shows a moment oil thieves with 2 wooden boats fully loaded with stolen crude swim their way out of arrest. With their boats quadrupling the size of that of the security operatives, the government is left with limited options of setting them ablaze as deterrents, while the environment takes a further hit. While there's clearly no shortage of intelligence with the help of this command center, the challenge may well be the capability and capacity of the security operatives to respond to the intelligence provided. There's also the ability of the digitized monitoring system to locate all vessels on the territorial waters in Nigeria. The green are active vessels and the red are stationary. But what happens when a vessel becomes one of interest?
When we detected this incident, we sent it to the Nigerian Navy. That these 2 vessels were seen doing an STS activities within Nigerian waters. Do they have an approval to do that? And this is Navy response to the application. And what happened is they sent us the attachments for the approval. And the issue is closed because they are doing illegal activity. So what happened is we saw it through the application, we escalate, and through the application, Nigerian Navy provide a feedback.
If monitoring these activities was an orchestra, then the Nnpc is the conductor. And for even faster outcomes, the company has deployed a central intelligence, the approved vessels reporting systems.
Okay, this is the technology that allows us to even search here without contacting the Navy. Because for us to operate faster, we need to have more or less like a central database capturing the entire approved vessel. So this is the application. So if we see any vessel, we search on this application. Once we see, we know that, yeah, this vessel is approved.
I think the improvement is what I've done with.
Yes.
We then make our way next to a division that oversees the shipping and terminals department and that understands the impacts and implications of crude oil theft all too well. The Crude Oil Marketing Division. It says Nigeria not only loses in volume, but also in pricing.
The impact is there. Low crude oil production, low crude oil, product losses, interrupted gas supply, like my GGM Nnpc said earlier on, interrupted countrywide to spend on petroleum products, refinery downtimes, increasing stability in the oil and gas market. But I will tell you, what the major thing that affects us. Even the fuel barrels, when we take to the market, the buyers, they are very skeptical. What's number one? They are not sure that the program I've given them, they will come back and get it, because sometimes they come back, the operators say sorry, because yes, we're giving you a program for a month or 2, but when we do a program, it's N+2. So by the time they come to lift, there's no crude to lift. So there's what they call cheap in lake, and that also affects the prices of our own petroleum, of our crude values. They are not sure that when they come, they will see this. So apart from the volume not being there, the pricing of it is also affected. giving us low values on both ends. You lose both in volume and you also lose in price.
For the regulators of the industry, the theft carried out on the pipelines has resulted to a shift from the universally acceptable and cheaper means of transporting the products.
Within the terminals, I doubt that there are issues about the accounting. The theft that is being spoken about happens outside the terminals, within the trunk lines where there are punctures and all. And this has forced operators to begin to approach the authority and the commission with increasing requests for barging or trucking permits as alternatives to pipelines. But it's important for us to always bear in mind that pipelines are actually universally the cheapest way of transporting. So we can never underscore the need for the pipeline integrity and security. Otherwise, the trucking and the barging will ultimately increase the overheads, and it's not something that should be sustained for long.
Each day brings the country closer to millions of dollars less richer. Nigeria has been unable to meet its OPEC quota of 1.8 million barrels per day, as she is unable to produce 700,000 barrels per day due to security and vandalism. This is compounded by theft from the over 1 million barrels she is producing. While the state-owned company appears to have what it takes to detect crude oil theft, the major challenge remains how it executes the other strategies of deterring, responding, and recovery, plus penalties and prosecutions of those found culpable.